Pleasant good afternoon to you. Trusting that the day has been going well for you and you're looking forward to probably later when the sun goes down, you can probably just relax a little, probably spend some more time with your family. Whatever it is that you're looking forward to, I hope that it will be fulfilled and you will continue to have an awesome day. No, I went on the road today. Very few occasions me dress up and go out, it's like me just can't be bothered. But I went out today and I just feel inspired to share something with somebody today. I don't know what you're struggling with, but I just want to share something with you that can hopefully lift your spirit a bit, encourage you, inspire you to just carry on in this life. Now, I was reflecting on a time I went to this church to preach, Ebenezer Baptist Church. It is really up in some hills. I don't know if you're familiar with the Colbeck area, Old Harbor area. So you would go up some hills, Colbeck, I think you pass Planters All, Boys Content. It's really windy and narrow up there. The first time I went up there, I was really afraid. So each time I'm going up there back, the boys tend to be afraid and them tend to drop asleep because it's like you're on this little tiny road, and them country road, the really small road, and you can see the mountains and the valleys and stuff down there, and you're on this little piece of road going up where almost one vehicle can drive on. Anyway, each time I'm going up there, I'm reminded that God tells us that we have to go to the highways and the byways. We have to go to some places that we probably will not want to really go there. So we would rather to go somewhere where you're comfortable. But that experience for me opened my eyes, especially one of the times I went there and one of the senior ladies in the church brought a bottle of olive oil for me to pray over. And I was saying to myself, me, God, look at me, who is me? Me can pray over nothing and sanctify nothing and do anything. You understand? In the back of my head, I was saying, I am not qualified. Who am I to be doing this? Me, a little girl, just turned Christian, and this elderly lady is coming to me to pray over and anoint her olive oil. And I was comforted with a little voice telling me that, Candice, you think you call yourself into this? You think you put yourself right here so to be standing in front of people and preaching my word? And it was in that moment God reminded me that what I am doing is not me. It's not about me. So sometimes you're living in your purpose, you're doing your will, and sometimes you believe you're not qualified, you believe you're not competent to carry on the purpose or whatever God has called you to do. But I am reminding you today that you never call yourself. God called you, and if God called you to do something, He will equip you. He will put words into your mouth, and He's a God like that sometimes you say something but probably 100 people hear different things. God is like that. So I am encouraging you today that whatever the purpose you are, if you're walking in the will of God, if you are serving in the purpose that He called you to serve, it is not about you. Just remember, it is not about you. And it is a matter of trusting God to lead you where He wants you to go and being obedient to His will. And if it me say that day, I pray so till come here and say, no sir, God, trust me, I am so sorry sometimes for thinking this thing is about me. It is actually about you and spreading the word of God and touching lives, inspiring lives. And they're so nice and loving. Every time I go to those types of churches, it is so warm and encouraging, especially when you go to churches where you have a lot of senior people. Because you as a little girl, I go preach in front of those seasoned people where in the Christian faith how long. Sometimes it is intimidating. But that was so humbling for me when I saw the lady brought the olive oil for me to pray over and anoint it for her. I pray so till, and then I extended the prayer to everybody else, and we hold hands and we just pray for everybody. And it was just so humbling. So I'm just saying this to say to you that Make God use you how He wants to use you. And don't think about your pride. Don't think about you. You understand? As them say, remove self, decrease you and increase God. Because if whatever purpose He calls you for, and it does not have to be preaching, it can be that you're an awesome motivational speaker, and when you touch the mic and touch the stage, persons are inspired and persons are birthed. Basically, they are encouraged to be a better version of themselves. Probably you're a teacher, that is your calling, and when you teach, you just teach, you understand, because you're educating a nation. Whatever it is, probably you're a parent, you understand, and God entrusts kids in your hands. So you grow them up the best way you can, and that can be your purpose. It doesn't have to be this magnificent thing where you're always on a stage behind a microphone. It can be just a simple gift. What is it that is in your hand? That is what God asked Moses, and that is what I'm gonna ask you today. Everybody that came on this earth has a purpose. God knew us before we were even in our mother's womb, and He put a purpose inside of us. So I'm gonna ask you today, what is it that is in your hand? Are you a great writer? Maybe it's time to write a book. Are you a great business minded person? Probably time to start a business. Suppose you bake really well. You start the baking, you sew well, you start that, you sing well, start your career. You understand, God gave everybody a purpose. So think about your purpose and let God have His way in you, and just go through and do your thing, and you find that it becomes much more easier when you allow God to lead you where He wants you to go. It's rough sometimes, you know, because I tell you, say some places when I go, I say, Jano Star, I saw this Christian thing, I did kind of stay away. But listen, it's not gonna be a street of gold all the time. You're gonna go in some little ghetto area. Sometimes I say, boy, Jano, them places did exist. But you have to go everywhere to preach the word of God. And I find that those places that you tend to be a little timid about or fearful about, so even on your journey of living your purpose, you're gonna be going through some things where you never know, say, Jano, I saw it hard. I said it's hard to start my own business. And so people are going to tell me no, and I go shame, and them are going to slam door in my face. But guess what? You have to get up back tomorrow and do the same thing. And each time you go out there and you get a no and the door slamming in your face, it builds your confidence a little more, and you go out there till they know them come like nothing. You just take them and you even say thank you when them say it, because it becomes nothing. And each time that happens, you're getting closer to your goal. So just be encouraged that whatever you're doing, just let God have His way once you're walking in His will. What is it that you have in your hand? Use it wisely today. Listen, stay blessed. May I hide from them, you know, come off of the road and sit down in the car for a while. I hide from them, pitney them too much. I can't manage.